Saturday when I'm filming this. Today is the day that I'm going to be spending lots of time by myself and enjoying my own company. I figured, why not make a video on how you can learn to enjoy your time alone, because I know some of you guys struggle with that, and I have been somebody who has mastered enjoying her time alone, and I have a few tips for you. I quickly just want to say thank you to Parade for sponsoring today's video, but more on them later. So I definitely used to be somebody who struggled with enjoying my time alone a lot more than I do now. After thinking about it and thinking about my process, I came to two big realizations. And one of them was when I was not satisfied with being alone, my own company, things like that. It was one, because I wasn't satisfied and happy with my life. There was a lot of things in my life that I was kind of dreading, either running away from, just not inspired from. So it made it really hard for me to want to have nights in and have my own girls' night, or even choose myself in a relationship versus always spending time doing what they wanted. But also there was an aspect of when I did incorporate some things to help me enjoy my life and my time alone, I still did feel the essence of being alone, even as I had a great life. So I want to talk about both of these things. I want to talk about how you can enjoy more time alone, some of the things that I have done, but also even if you've done all of these things and you have a great life and you're satisfied with your life, what do you do when you still do feel alone? But I think about the times when I used to be younger, and it's like if I spent time at home, I would always feel like I needed to text somebody or have somebody in my phone entertaining so that I didn't feel alone, or to the point where I would say that I would stay in this night, like, okay, I didn't have any plans, so I'm just gonna stay in. But then by the end of it, I was like going out and doing things I didn't really like because I didn't have anything else to do. And I think what really helped me was to start to make a plan of when it is I was going to actually spend some time alone and what I was going to do within this time. Because this is what I think. If you are somebody who doesn't really spend a lot of time alone, you don't really enjoy your own company, for you to just be like, okay, you know what, I really need to start staying in more. So tomorrow I'm just not gonna go out. Okay, you're not gonna go out tomorrow, but what are you gonna do instead? Because if you have nothing planned, you're gonna get antsy. You're gonna listen, we live in the 21st century, who knows at this point, where we literally always need stimulation. So how long is it gonna take before you are starting to think about maybe the ex, or the guy that, doesn't really serve you, or the person that you know you shouldn't be entertaining, but you're gonna entertain them anyways, you're gonna message them anyways, and you're gonna be triggered, and you're just it's not even gonna be a good time at the end of it. Or you're just gonna go out and you're gonna see your friends doing things that actually you don't really want to do, and this is the reason why you're probably telling yourself to stay in, but then you just go out and do it anyways because you literally have nothing else going on. We can't do that. We have to have a plan, because if you do not have a plan, you are going to be so more susceptible to go and do the things that you've always done. It's normal. So bringing it back to maybe even my college days, the times where I knew I didn't want to go out and party and spend time with people who weren't even really that good for me, what I would do is, okay, the Friday night or the Saturday night, I knew that I was gonna stay in, and I would make a plan. So, make sure that I had enough sleep that day, that morning, so that I could wake up early and I could, either I'm going to get my errands done, if I need to get anything done for my place, do I need to deep clean my house, do I need to work on a project, do I need to do a full body, everything shower routine, do I need to meal prep for myself? What are the things that you need to do to really fill up your own cup? And there's a lot, girl, there's a lot, okay? Let me tell you, you probably have not deep cleaned your freaking place in a long time, all right? So don't be acting like there ain't nothing to do. And I know sometimes you can feel oh, it's this is not what I want to do in my alone time and this, that, but I want you to think about these things as filling up your own cup, and you're doing these things for yourself. And I want you to also romanticize these things, right? Okay, so if you have to clean, if you have to go do errands, if you have to meal prep for yourself, if you have to have a self-care shower routine, make it fun, okay? We don't want to make it boring, right? So what is your favorite show? What is your favorite YouTube channel? What is your favorite podcast right now, or music playlist? Play these things and romanticize it as you're going and doing your thing. Or even let's say a Saturday, right? Saturdays are the days where people want to go out and live their lives, and listen, you can go do that too. We're gonna talk about that again at the end of the video, but Saturdays are the days where like everyone's having fun. It should be a fun thing. You don't need to make it like dreadful if you're gonna stay in and like spend your time alone. What do you enjoy doing? So for me personally, I love to wake up early and to feel clear-minded. I like to go to the water. I like to have my hawk or walk with my podcast that I love to listen to. I like to listen to like whatever podcast I'm feeling that week that really gets me in the energy of whatever I'm trying to get an energy of. By the way, I have a podcast. If you didn't know, the Glow Up Secrets podcast, it'll be linked down below, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all the things. But I like to go and grab my favorite coffee. I like to have a slow morning. Like I like to just, you know, do what I want to do instead of like have a morning routine, let's say, that I don't actually like to do, because then I won't do it and then I'm dreading spending time alone because what I'm telling myself to do alone is not something that I actually enjoy. So really spend time, you know, getting curious about what you like to do in your mornings or your afternoons or even at your night. Or even when it comes to like shopping or doing errands and stuff, I like to do it in the mornings when there's not a lot of people around. Again, I like to romanticize things, like to have a little cute little outfit on, and maybe I'm taking some photos, I'm going to get my little coffee before I go walk. Like I'm taking my time with things, I'm making it fun. It doesn't need to be this dreadful thing. Again, if it feels like a job to spend time and do things alone or do things with yourself, then girl, you're not going to do it, I promise you. So make it fun. And now one thing I do think that is important to do, and you can do this either before you make a plan of what it is that you're going to do, like one night out of the week, 2 nights out of the week, this is gonna be up to you, okay? You're gonna like, however much time you don't spend with yourself, maybe you need to spend more, so maybe it's just gonna be 1 night or 2 nights or 3 nights, I don't know. Whatever feels good to you, you're gonna do it. But sometimes it can be helpful, again, before or after, to have a little journal practice as to why is it that you don't enjoy time alone, right? So maybe it's simply because you don't have a plan and you're not romanticizing life, and then when you find that you actually have a plan and you're like having fun and you're being cute with your life, you actually enjoy it and it's actually really fun, and you just realize like, oh, well, maybe if I just put my time and energy into like actual like hobbies or fun things versus just telling myself to just do nothing, that fixed the problem. But even if you're doing those things and it's great, it's still important to kind of ask yourself, okay, well, what led me to do behaviors such as not ever spending time alone anyways, right? So this kind of goes back to like the wounds, our attachments, our, you know, maybe traumas, things that we've maybe not fully worked through in our lives. It's just good to see, you know, okay, why was I spending so much time partying, right? Why was I spending so much time running away from myself? Why was I so uncomfortable with not entertaining somebody on my phone and actually just being by myself? And there's gonna be a lot of reasons, right? There's gonna be a lot of reasons why maybe you didn't enjoy spending time with yourself, but one thing that it honestly was kind of simple was I just didn't have a life where I was like interested in spending a lot of time alone with. Like I told myself that I couldn't go to coffee shops, or I couldn't go to the movies, or I couldn't go to bars or anything by myself. So then I would always do with other people. And then anytime I didn't have anyone, I hated being alone because I wasn't doing anything, but I could have actually done those things alone. Or again, I wasn't pouring into my own cup. I didn't have any like projects or fun things that I was doing or any plans in place. And once I started doing that, I was like, actually, I don't mind being alone because there's lots of things. And honestly, I think even for fall and winter right now, it's so nice to have like some sort of show that you watch every single week, and you don't always have to spend time alone inside. But I do think that is something that can kind of like give you some more consistency. So today I'm gonna bring you through what I am doing, spending my time alone. This morning I spent all of my morning essentially working on my podcast and doing some editing. And that is another thing that I will say, having a hobby or having a project really does help you being okay with spending time alone, because you have things to do. And spending time alone doesn't always mean you have to fill up your time, right? Because then maybe you are also running away from yourself in that way. But I do think that like, I'm so okay with just like staying in and doing things on my own when I have things to work on. And I do think that this is helpful, especially in relationships, because you know, whether your relationship is going well or not, if you have your own life and you have your own like focus and you're working on a project or a side hustle, your work or whatever, even if it's not have anything to do with like making money or anything, it helps you get out of your head and into something else. And especially when your relationship is maybe like not going the best, if you don't have anything to kind of keep yourself occupied, you're gonna go into the negative thoughts. You're gonna go into the spiral. You're gonna constantly be focusing on them. But when you have something to put your time and energy into, let's say like you have a podcast or YouTube, or you're selling things, or you're working on a little whatever it is. I always say content creation because I'm a content creator. It definitely can help you in the times where you might feel alone if the relationship, let's say, is not working out, or you're missing somebody, and then instead of you, let's say, running to another ex or entertaining somebody else or doing things to get your mind off of this thing that it's not really helpful for you, you're pouring yourself and your energy and time into something that's going to be very fruitful for you in the future. So that's just something to note. Like, get some goals, create a plan of action of where you're taking your life outside of whatever you usually are spending your time doing, let's say like relationships or friendships or whatever. Like, do you have plans in place? What are you doing in the next 2 to 3 months? Like, what are your fitness goals? What are your health goals? What are your finance goals? Your dream job? What are you doing? What actions are you taking to get yourself there, on top of, you know, upkeeping your place and self-care, all of these things? There's so many things that we could be focusing on, but I don't know, sometimes we just don't think about it. And I think that this is something that's really, really helped me on the days where I'm feeling a little bit alone. So that's what I did this morning. I spent lots of time editing and doing a bunch of work. And so now my plan is I need to do an everything shower, which I do have an everything shower routine. I'm not gonna do the whole thing on camera, but I definitely do need to do like self-care, and I need to grocery shop and to cook. So let's do that. All right, so we're gonna go to the market, the St. Lawrence market, and it's like low-key kind of like a cloudy, rainy day. And I'm not mad about it. I feel like this is the perfect like spending time alone day. I also just got back from Nashville, so I'm very much so depleted, and I need to cook for myself, and I need to like I just said it, whatever, self-care, all that kind of stuff. I'm also wearing this tracksuit from White Fox Boutique, and I do have a discount code, and I'll have it in the description. And also this jacket is from Aloe, which is linked on my Like to Know It. I freaking love it. And I have this tote bag from my management. They had a little end of summer social event a few weeks ago, and they gave me this tote bag. So I'm gonna use this to go to the market, and we gotta get a few things. Hopefully it's not really busy. I am back in my apartment and I am sweating. That is why I'm wearing this like bralette at this point, because I went with the tracksuit and the sun's back out again. So welcome to fall weather. Anyways, we're gonna do a quick haul because why not? I had a few things that I wanted to cook for myself like for the next few days. So I picked up some things for I wanna have like steak with a Greek salad, and I wanna try making breakfast burritos. So I got ground beef, and I'm gonna make like eggs when I actually make it. I got guacamole, I have tortillas. Like, I want a really high protein breakfast because I've kind of been slacking on eating a just like healthy diet. Like, I've just been traveling and everything, so I just kind of want to get back on it. So anyways, I got some oat milk. This is usually just for my protein smoothies. I usually just have them whenever I'm too lazy to cook, honestly. I got these fresh strawberries because they were just calling my name, and I kind of want to make a Greek yogurt bowl, which I got more Greek yogurt. I get plain Greek yogurt, and then I will mix it with honey for a yogurt bowl, and I'll put like granola, which I got as well, pumpkin flax granola, and fruit. Sometimes I'll just do like frozen berries because I have it usually with my smoothies. And sometimes I put dark chocolate chips in the yogurt bowl. That is a pro tip. I also got 2 things of grass-fed ground beef for the burritos. I haven't gotten ground beef in such a long time. I used to eat it all the time. I got half and half grass-fed cream and milk for my coffee. And I got this unscented, it's called the Unscented Company dish soap because I ran out. I don't know. I struggle with using like clean ingredients, non-scented dish soap, or even if it has scented, but it's like I don't know, better for you, because I find that I have to use a lot of it in order to wash my dishes. So I've not used this brand, so we will see, and I'll keep y'all updated. But I do like 7th Generation for all my other cleaning products, like literally love them. I got 2 sizes of garbage bags for my garbage because I've been running out. I got organic, and this stuff now is from the market, by the way. The other stuff was from Loblaws, like just like the normal, like granola and stuff. I got this like field greens mixed organic from the market. I got some fresh feta for the Greek salad. I was gonna say Greek yogurt, not for the Greek yogurt, that would be disgusting. I also got some fresh guacamole. This was from Loblaws actually, but they always have fresh guacamole, so I'm like, it's so much easier getting that than, first of all, it tastes really good, but then getting avocados that half the time you don't even know if they're good, like especially from big box stores. You literally never know. Like at this point, like I never even want to waste my money getting avocados because they always go bad and they're not even good. I got some Lindor double chocolates because I like to have a little something sweet. I also got beef jerky. This was also from Loblaws. I just like added it into this bag because I didn't have a lot of room. Okay, so I got psyllium husk because I saw Organic Olivia post about how she has psyllium husk with cinnamon in the morning because she doesn't usually eat a lot of fiber in her meals because she eats high protein as well. And cinnamon has been shown to help with regulating your blood sugar, especially for women in their hormones. It can be helpful to have that. I always add cinnamon in my coffee. So anyways, this is kind of more of an impulse. I've had psyllium husk before and I put it in my smoothie, so I might just end up doing that. But I'm gonna try it in the morning because I also I don't eat too much fiber. Well, I guess I do, but usually like I have a lot of like grass-fed meats and yeah, that's basically it. So I figured like why not just try that and see what that does for me. I also got organic bell peppers because I want to saute bell peppers with my eggs for like the burritos, for the ground beef I should say. I also got more organic cinnamon because I have cinnamon here but I feel like it's old and probably not organic and just old. I also got a organic cucumber for the salad. I also got 2 of these, what kind of tomatoes are these? Cocktail tomato, organic tomatoes for the salad as well. I also got some hormone-free chicken thighs just to make for chicken wraps as well. I like to have spinach or like field greens with tomatoes, plain Greek yogurt in a tortilla with chicken, like baked chicken in it. It tastes so good. So that'll definitely be something else that I eat. And then I got pasture raised brown free range eggs because these are delicious and they do make a difference. If you crack that oak up, you will see that oak nice and orange. That is when you know you got something good, girl. Anyways, so I'm gonna put all this away and then I'm gonna probably cook later. But this is definitely something that I love to do when I am spending time alone. Just, you know, preparing myself for the next few days, making sure that I have healthy meals, cooking for myself, just again, spending my alone time pouring into myself, which what I think it should be. Alone time shouldn't just be this boring thing where you're sitting around and wasting your time and not doing anything. And it's totally fine if you don't do anything. There's many times throughout my night, if I'm spending time alone, like throughout the day, that like I'm kind of not really doing anything. But I really like to capitalize on pouring into myself instead of just sitting around and not doing anything and just like being so sad that I'm alone, and then I go and do things that actually drain me more, which obviously that's what now we want here. And also when I went on my walk, I was listening to music, I was listening to a podcast, just really taking it in, like seeing what everyone else is doing on their days, just, you know, enjoying the weather while I can before it gets really, really cold in Toronto. And yeah, I don't know, I think when you fill up your day with things that actually pour into yourself, you don't hate it as much. So before I get into the shower, I like to always make sure that I get clean underwear and like a bralette or something that's cute and very comfortable. And I was actually even thinking about this. Spending more time alone allowed me to realize what things I actually like to wear and what I don't. And I am a bralette girly, okay? I'm looking at it right now, one bra that has a wire in it and it's strapless just in case I need it. Other than that, I do not wear anything. If I go out, I'm either not wearing anything or I'm wearing a bralette because that is the most comfortable. And I feel like the more times I stop going out and doing things that I didn't really want to, or, you know, even when it comes to dressing a certain way that I didn't want to, and I actually just like chose myself and poured into myself, I tended to find myself always wearing more cute bralettes and like seamless underwear and like things that are actually comfortable for me. And especially when I'm lounging at home and doing my own thing, even if I am working on a project or, you know, I'm cooking or whatever, I want to wear something that is comfortable. And that is why I love Parade, which is the sponsor of today's video. So as you can see, I'm wearing one of their bralettes right now. This one is the Cloud Scoop Neck Cotton Bra, which literally, it feels like a cloud. The color is in Thunder Pop, and I did just put this on, so I might actually wear this when I come out of the shower. But if I don't wear this, then I'll probably wear my other one. And this one is the Vintage Soft Scoop Bralette, and it's also in cotton, so it feels so buttery soft on the skin. And I care so much about fabric on my skin. If it feels tight, if it feels uncomfortable, if the fabric is not right, then I will not wear it. I will literally just like have to walk around naked, like I swear. But I don't have to, because these bralettes are so cute. And now 2 more items that I think are beautiful and something that I'm actually gonna wear when I come out of the shower, you're just not gonna be able to see me wearing it, is their Invisible Sculpt Hip Hugger underwear. So these ones are in the color Ketchup, which it is giving ketchup, absolutely. And they are so soft, so seamless. Like, sometimes underwear say that they're seamless and they're not seamless. And I know, because I'm a seamless girly, these are seamless and I freaking love it. And now I also have another pair, and this is in Potion, and this is kind of like a dark turquoise slash green color, and again, seamless, super, super comfy and very fitting to the body. By the way, just for sizing reference, I did get both of these in a medium and the bralettes as well in a medium. I especially love to wear seamless, more full-bodied underwear when I'm on my period as well, because it's already uncomfortable, and why do we need to have anything tight on our bodies? So these are definitely perfect, as well as the price for all of their items, honestly, on their website. And now, of course, I have a discount code for you guys. So my discount code is Alicia, ELICIA 25, which of course will get you 25% off site-wide. Honestly think if you're looking for some new bralettes, which I'm a bralette girl, like as you know, or even seamless underwear, then I definitely think you should go to the website, which is yourparade.com/Alicia25, and use my code Alicia25 for 25% off. And by the way, they do have sizes ranging from extra small to 5XL, which is obviously very inclusive. And even more amazing, they are a woman-owned brand that focus on making sustainable, affordable, and high-quality products. So thank you, Parade, for sponsoring today's video, and now it's time to get into the shower. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the shower, and I am gonna use a deep conditioner in my hair and just brush out my hair, because my hair is, girl, it's giving dry. It's giving super dry right now. And I'm just gonna section it out and then put leave-in conditioner. And what I'm gonna do is twist my hair in the shower with the leave-in conditioner on. So like there's a bunch of product in my hair, and then just come out and like let it sit all night. I have to go home tomorrow to my hometown. So I'll just like take it out in the morning and like do something with my hair, maybe natural. And maybe I will do a skincare mask also. I've been really loving this Nude Stick Lemon Aid Detox and Glow Micro Peel. It looks like this, and I got it at a Shoppers Beauty event, and it's like almost done. I've been freaking loving that, so I think I'm gonna do that. It's just like, you know, kind of like a minimal type of mask for my skin. And then I'm gonna do my skincare, and then I'll honestly be ready for bed. I'm not going to sleep yet because I need to probably eat something, but there's something about doing a like full body shower routine and just taking care of yourself. And at least for me, when I have free time, this is what I like to spend my time doing, is pouring into myself instead of sitting around and being sad about the fact that I am lonely. But after I get out of the shower, we're gonna talk about what to do when you do all of these things and you still feel alone, because that can happen as well. Can we just take a quick look at the sky right now? In the city, there is so many dark clouds over here, and then it's like so clear over here. And then if we turn to the other side of my condo facing the water, it is clear skies. Like, how beautiful, but also very creepy at the same time. Okay, so I'm out of the shower. As you can see, twisted my hair, feeling fresh, feeling good, feeling fresh. Got my bralette under here and my underwear, obviously, and my new Nashville shirt. So we need to talk about what to do when you feel alone, when you still do these things, like taking care of yourself, working on your goals, working on your business, working on hobbies, going and romanticizing your life, This is the thing you need to understand. You, at the end of the day, were not meant to just be here and live your life by yourself. And I feel like sometimes when we go on a self-love journey, it can feel insanely lonely to the point where we gaslight ourselves into thinking that this is how it's supposed to be. And although, yes, we want to feel more independent and we want to do things ourselves and really start to learn how to enjoy our company by filling our time up with things we actually want to do, it doesn't take away the need for human connection. You are literally built physiologically for human connection. If a baby does not get coddled and loved and held for, you know, a certain period of time, it can literally die. And the same is actually true with us as well. And, you know, we have done such a good job of finding ways in which to soothe ourselves, and either healthy ways or unhealthy ways. And I think that once you learn how to soothe yourself in times of loneliness, because, you know, this is the thing, we are just lonely people sometimes. So you're gonna have to find things to do to make yourself less lonely, especially when you're going through your, you know, late teens, like early 20s into your 30s. Like maybe you're going through relationships, maybe not working out, you don't have a husband, you don't have a family, you're kind of like on your own, independent, maybe you have a few friends, you're finding new friends, like things can get lonely. And I think that's something that I like to do when I feel like I'm so alone, no matter what I do, is I actually like to sit down and journal and release my emotions. I basically surrender to the fact that yes, I feel so damn alone right now. I feel alone in my relationships or my friendships or my career, whatever it is. I feel alone, I feel lost, I feel everything. I let it out, I cry if I need to. And I just think that's good, because sometimes we really try hard to stay strong and you know, do everything that we're supposed to be doing to not feel lonely. And I think that emotionally releasing is something that I talk about all the time, and I think that's so important, and you can literally do that in your journal. But after you do that, I do think that it's important for you to find some sort of connection. Now, obviously, the most important thing for you to do is for you to actually like reach out to a friend maybe, or a family member or somebody. And this is not like you have to go and tell them, oh my God, like, can you soothe me right now? I'm feeling so alone, and talking even about your loneliness, but simply just like go have some human connection and like talk to somebody about their life. Maybe like for me personally, like sometimes I'm just like, I don't care to think about my life anymore. Like I want to think about somebody else's for a moment. And so just listening to someone else talk sometimes makes you feel less alone. Or even if you don't have like a lot of friends that you can talk to, or they're busy or whatever, you know, even just sending a text and maybe they're not going to answer right away, or sending a voice note to somebody and knowing that you're going to get it back eventually, like that can even help. But even going outside, right? Going to work at a coffee shop instead of working at home, going to make eye contact with people, walking down the street. I know that it feels kind of silly and like that's not going to cure my loneliness, but I think that we underestimate the power of simple human connection. And we are people, especially if we are self-development girlies, we're working on ourselves, we're trying to do the best, whatever, or we're surrounded by people who aren't really for us, we're not actually getting real human connection. You know, even when I used to go out a lot, I still felt alone around people, because I wasn't having deep conversations, or good conversations, let alone deep, but like good conversations. Maybe guys are only looking at me if like I'm hot, and that's that. And you can tell when a guy who like doesn't really care about you, maybe just cares about your looks, like things like that. Or just friends who maybe are a little bit fake and like only want to be friends with you because you have something. Like that's not fun. But you know, even like once a week, and this is something that I've actually done too. For my workouts, I am somebody who loves to be alone. You guys already know this. I am fine with doing everything alone. I like to do my workouts alone, whatever. I have signed up to do Pilates once a week, and that is something that I think is way outside of what it could ever do for me physically, even though it does great things and I have a physical goal, and that's why I picked Pilates specifically. But I did that also for the aspect of getting out. I don't need to be social all the time. I'm very good being social, but I just know that once a week I am going to see 6 to 10 people who might be new or similar to me, and that is something that really helps me feel less alone. And this is not about, oh, I have to like be friends with anyone in my class, or I have to look forward to seeing these people. It's not even really about that. But I just know it's like an upkeep. It's the same thing as like, well, obviously it's not the exact same thing, but like brushing your teeth, you have to do it every day type thing. And it's like, you're not really getting much out of it. Like it's not like giving you this like, oh my God, I brushed my teeth today, but it's just something that you do consistently that keeps you healthy in some sort of way. I think it's the same when it comes to doing certain things like going out into the world and connecting, whether that really be deeply or not, but in places that are healthy for you. So for me, once a week going to Pilates, once a week I usually go to spin or something with my friends as well. Once a week I will meet up with my friends, once a day, multiple times a day. Honestly, I'm talking to my best friend Joy E, which I'm grateful for, because I feel like there's definitely been so many times in my life that I've never had a friend like this where I can talk to all the time, but it's not like codependent, like unhealthy. So yeah, I just like want to say that because, I struggled for a while going on this self-love journey in a way, and trying to do everything by myself because it's a healthy thing to do, but still feeling deeply alone. And I think that you just need to remind yourself that you're not here to just do everything alone, and you don't have to. And I remind myself of that. And when I also remind myself of that, I'm able to be in the present moment and the times that, yes, I'm going to be alone. Like when it's a phase of I'm single, I don't have many friends right now, I don't have many hobbies, like things are just kind of like boring in life. I get less down about that because I just know it's just a phase of my life. This is not going to be forever because I am meant to have connection, and maybe it's just not right now fully. I'm going to do the best that I can, but that's what it's actually going to be. And another thing is, if you can't find friends and stuff like that, like I really highly suggest you take a look at your mental diet. So what are you consuming on a daily basis when you are alone? So what types of YouTubes or podcasts or books are you reading? Like what are the things that you're intaking? I feel like, when we get very lonely, we'll maybe like scroll on TikTok, and then we'll watch a lot of toxic things, and it'll trigger us, and then we'll want to go out and do things that maybe we're not really like, it's not really serving us because we feel like crap about ourselves subconsciously, we don't even know it. But it's like, on your times off, and I love you guys because you always comment on my videos and say like you're listening to me as you clean, or you're listening to me as you go on your walks. Like that is such healthy things for you to do for yourself. You're pouring into yourself. And when it comes time for you to connect with others and for you not to be alone, guess what? You're going to be the best version of yourself because you spent your time working on yourself and pouring into yourself on the days that you weren't around people, and you had boundaries and you said no to things, and now you can show up so much better in your life. And that's like how I look at it. Now, one thing that just popped into my head really quickly is a book called The Anatomy of Loneliness, and I'm gonna put it down in the description. It's by Teal Swan. And I think that if you really, really struggle with feeling deeply, deeply alone, I would suggest you go read that book. I think that she's great. And I know there's some controversy around her, but I think that she's amazing and she gets it, and you need to get that book. So that'll be down below. Again, just remember to try your best to make things enjoyable when you are alone. Switch things up. Like we, again, live very cyclically. I tend to find if I tell myself, okay, one day out of the week, I'm gonna spend time alone, I know to not make it the same every single time, or I will dread that day, like seriously, because it will kind of feel like a chore, right? It's like, this is what I used to do when I worked 2 jobs and I did social media, was I would try to have like days alone, like one night in by myself, because I knew that it was healthy for me, whatever. And I would always say to do the same thing, like meal prep and self-care, which is funny because I'm doing it now, but I really need to do that because I was gone for Nashville and like I haven't done this in a while. But I would like tell myself the same like 3 things, and although great, and yes, I have to do them, if that's the only thing that I'm gonna do to spend time alone, I'm gonna like rather do something else. Like I'm just gonna rather do something else. So what I like to do is, okay, maybe not every single Saturday or every single Sunday I'm gonna tell myself to deep clean my place, which yes, in theory might sound good, but maybe that's gonna be like a once a month thing that I'm gonna deep clean my place. And then, like another once a month thing is gonna be like going to the market or going somewhere different than I usually do for my groceries. Or, once a month, it's gonna be me spending time with myself, but it has nothing to do with like being productive or work. Like it's gonna be like reality TV shows, it's gonna be listening to like funny YouTube videos, it's gonna be, I don't know, like talking to friends and like gossiping on the phone. Good gossip, okay? Like we're not trying to be like rude to people, but I don't know, just like things like that, and really romanticize things. So I hope that this video inspired you in some way. Let me know if you want me to make more videos about this. It's been a long time since I've really struggled with being really alone, but I do know the feeling, and I do sometimes feel alone on the times that I'm, you know, working on myself. And in those days, I really just surrender and I allow myself and I accept it. And then I take that action and I go connect. That is the thing that I did not do before. I was like steps. And it's crazy because also I think a lot of us, we cry about being alone. And we always say we want connection, we want friendships, we want these relationships. We have this energetic wall and this hand up to people. I'd be really honest with myself about how I was actually doing that in relationships and how I wanted all of these friendships and connections, but at the same time, I was sabotaging them and I was saying no and I wasn't letting people in and I had this mask on, which made it hard for me to connect with people. You know, the simple things like going out and working at a coffee shop or going to look people in the eyes, like I just wouldn't do it. Like I just would slack on those things, but those are the things that are really gonna get you what you want. And this is the last thing I'll say. The thing that you really want, the thing that you know you need, and that's going to make you feel like, yep, this is it for me, is on the other side of your comfort zone. And you need to understand this. It is on the other side of your comfort zone. The reason why you do not have certain things in your life is because you haven't gone through this process. There are things that you need to evolve and grow through, with, from, whatever. And I promise you that, and I know this to be true because I have done it. And the more times that I push myself out of that comfort zone, the universe is like, yes, finally, here, take all the things that you say that you've been wanting because you have been doing it. You need to be a certain version of yourself in order to get those connections, those deep connections. You're not going to get connections with people when you are energetically being like, no, I can't be myself, my full authentic self, or no, I don't accept myself, or oh my God, I judge myself all the time, and like, oh, I want to be a hermit, or oh my God, no, I can't do it. Like the how. So just be really honest with yourself. But I do think you're going to show up so amazing in life when you pour into yourself and remind yourself that this is so worth it for you, spending time alone and doing these things for yourself. You are not missing anything. You are not missing out on anything when you say no to the things that do not serve you. Stop saying yes to the things that do not serve you and watch how much room there is for the things you actually want in your life, the things that you're actually trying to get when you go out and spend your time doing things you don't want to do anyways. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much again, Parade, for sponsoring today's video. I'll have my discount code if you want to get any of the bralettes, which I honestly really recommend. So comfortable, and I love bralettes. Honestly, I've been wearing like more sports bralettes for a while now, and I haven't had any new ones in a while, so I'm really excited to keep wearing these. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.